Evening, everyone. We are going to have a supported bridge in the practice, more towards the beginning. So if you don't already have one handy, you want a block or something you can use as a block. So my name is Satyam. I'll be leading your practice. Let's find a way to Shavasana. So we'll come on to our backs. Before I forget, please consult with a medical professional before beginning any exercise program. So on your back, heels are nice and wide. Toes fall out. Bring the shoulder blades together on the back. Arms slightly away from your sides, palms facing up. Make sure the neck is nice and long on the mat. Eyes are softly closed. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's all take a nice deep breath in. And a letting go sigh. With that sigh, softening, melting to the mat, to the earth. Perhaps you're breathing from the belly. As you inhale, chest to neutral, diaphragm moves down, belly rises. As you exhale, chest still in neutral, diaphragm moves up and belly falls. Telling the body to rest and relax. Letting go of the day past. Letting go of the evening to come. And just being present on your mat. Letting go of anything and everything outside this practice. Perhaps lengthening inhales, lengthening exhales, maybe matching if that's comfortable for you. Every inhale, relaxing a little deeper. And every exhale, releasing, letting go a little more. Setting a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. Something positive. Something that you feel a connection with. If you don't have an intention for this evening's practice, perhaps thinking about being brave, being courageous, letting go of fear, letting go of anxiety. Sometimes people mistake being brave with being bold, being aggressive, taking a risk. It's not the same thing at all. Bravery is a state of mind, just as anxiety is a state of mind. One can be cautious, one can be careful, one can be conservative, and still be brave. And fear, anxiety are the opposite sides of the coin. You need to let go of the negative side of that coin and embrace the positive. Doesn't mean doing silly things or taking risks. It just means maintaining that attitude that you're okay, things are okay, and that whatever challenges life throws at you, you have the knowledge, experience, ability to handle them. Things you can deal with on your own, you will. Things you need help with, you ask. A brave person can accomplish miraculous things. Being brave. It's being the deep in the breath. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly turn the head from side to side. Bring it back to center, bring some movements to hands, curling on curling fingers. Movements to the feet, curling on curling toes. Rotating wrists, both directions. Rotating ankles, both directions. Bring the heels together, point the toes away from the shins. Arms by your sides, palms down, relatively straight arms. Take a deep breath in, letting go. As you inhale, send the arms all the way overhead so fingertips are pointing all the way along the crown of the head, palms facing up. And as you exhale, bring the arms forward, palms touch down alongside the body. So we're not going to the sky, we're going all the way overhead behind you. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling down and forward. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling down and forward. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling down and forward. Change the next one. Inhaling up and back. Exhale, knees to the chest, hands on knees or shins. Give yourself a hug. Eyes come into the belly. Feet are flexed, toes are to the sky. You can stay here centered. You can rock side to side, back and forth, whatever feels good. Come back to center, keep the knees where they are. Hands come back down to the mat. Knees are stuck together. Draw big circles on the sky with the knees. Doesn't matter which direction you're going now or through the duration of practice. We always do front and back, left and right, clockwise, counterclockwise. Just as long as you remember to switch sides. Reverse directions. Coming back to center, keeping the knees bent, both feet on the mat, feet hip distance apart, 2 fist splits. Arms alongside the body, middle fingertips reach down, just barely touching back of heels. Pick up the right foot, flex the foot, place it on top of the left knee, send the right knee away from you. Deepening if you wish, left shin comes up parallel to the mat, left foot is flexed. Right hand through the triangle form by the thighs, left hand meets it, both hands holding back of left thigh. Left knee moves towards you, right knee moves away from you. And you can use a strap on the left foot or substitute for a strap. We didn't talk about straps before. So yoga straps are good, towels are a great substitute. Right foot is flexed to protect the right knee. Releasing the back of the left thigh, unwind. Both feet come back to the mat. Switching sides, left foot flexed, top of right knee, deepening as the left knee moves away from you, right shin floats up, left hand through the triangle. Or whatever the opposite side is for you. Both feet are flexed, toes to shin. Remember, both sides may not be the same. Body's often different left to right, changes, not always consistent. Just being very accepting of whatever you might find in this practice. Let's unwind. Both feet come back to the mat. Windshield wipe the knees if you need to. And we're going to do a couple of moving bridge warm-up and then supported bridge. So now you want to be able to place either hand on your block or whatever you're using as a substitute for a block. So making sure that's within reach. Feet are back, hip distance apart, middle fingers, tips barely touching heels. Arms by your sides, palms down. Moving with your breath. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, slowly uncurl, bring the hips back down to the mat. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. So taking your block or whatever you're using as a block, lifting up off the mat. Place the block, most people like it crossways. Place that underneath your sacrum, that's that thick bony bit above the glutes, and release down onto the block. This will be our first yin hold. So remember, the block can be moved towards the heels or towards the shoulders for comfort. So you should find a place you're comfortable. I suggest usually the middle setting of the block or even the low setting of the block. The high setting is usually too extreme for most people unless you're used to doing really deep back bends. And then once you're in the pose, you have the option of keeping the knees bent. Or if you want to try an alternate version, you can walk the legs out, come around to the heels with the toes to the sky, and we will hold either version. If one's not working for you, try the other. So as we are in our first yin hold, be mindful that the bodies take some time to release, usually minimum 2 minutes to get to its deepest release in any given pose, asana. So you want to give it some time. Don't try to go deep right away. Remember, when you come out of a pose, you always want to come out slowly. Sometimes we stretch tissues pretty far. We don't want things to snap back. You may find that you want to deepen a pose after a minute or two, depending on how the body feels as you relax. So you come to your edge, that place where you feel some pulling, perhaps some mild discomfort, no more than that. You'll find after a minute or two, it goes away and you can deepen the pose, sometimes 2 or 3 times on hold. Our typical yin hold is 3 minutes to give the body lots of time to release. Sometimes, depending on the pose itself, a little longer, a little shorter. Also remember, any movements you want to take to loosen things up between poses or between sides of poses, we should do that. If the pose is uncomfortable or hurting, you want to come out of the pose, come back to something neutral, and then join us when we move on to the next pose or maybe the other side. And always, with this practice, or with any yoga practice, Listen to your body, it's your best guide. If the legs are extended, slowly walking the heels back under the knees. Pressing into the soles of the feet, lifting the hips, slide the block out to the side, gently coming down. Hug the knees back into the chest. And again, you can rock side to side, back and forth. If you want to give yourself a little low back massage. Bring it back to center. From here, we're going to set for half happy baby. So let's send the right arm at the side in T position, using as a counterbalance. Right foot's on the mat. Left knee comes into the chest. You can do peace fingers to the big toes. You can hold the outside edge of the foot. Some people hold the heel. And then you want to send the left foot up to the sky so it's square to the sky. You can keep the right knee bent, a little less challenging, or you can straighten the right leg out, a little more challenging. The right arm is just a counterbalance so the body doesn't fall off to the left. So right arm usually is in T, palm can be up, palm can be down. You can move the angle of the arm a little bit. Keep the right foot flexed and energized. The right hip may try to lift a little bit, see if you can square it off. And then keeping the hips level, you're trying to bring the top of the left thigh towards the mat. Ardha Nanda Bliss and a half happy baby. And slowly release the left foot. Left foot comes back down to the mat, left knee still bent. And just a nice slow windshield wipe of left knee in and out. Good. Back to center. Left arm comes up for counterbalance. Right knee comes into the chest. Same thing, setting up for half happy baby on the other side. Try to use the same position outside the foot, big toe, whatever works for you. Send the right foot up to the sky, a little deeper. You're going to straighten the left leg. Squaring the hips again. Trying to bring top of right thigh towards the mat. As always, this is a slow, relaxed, meditative practice. I encourage you to close your eyes as much as possible. When I'm practicing in this class, other than when we switch poses, I keep my eyes closed the whole time. And even when we're switching poses, if I know where we're going, I may not look at the teacher, I may just switch the pose myself. Connect to the body. Connect to the breath. Connect to your center, your place of strength, where you find your own bravery. Having confidence in yourself to overcome obstacles, deal with challenges. Gently release the foot, bring it back to the mat. And we'll do the same thing. Windshield wipe the right knee in and out a couple of times. Or left, whatever side you're working on. And let's bring it back to center. So now would be a good time to find a strap or something you're using a strap. If you don't have a strap, grab a towel. We'll start setting up if you're looking for a towel. And then once you've found whatever you're going to use, place it on the ball of the right foot. I may change body position fast. Send the leg to the sky. You want the right knee nice and straight, no bend. And you want the arms to be as relaxed as you can. You can hold it with both hands. You can hold it with one hand. Other arm can be down. I like to take a straighter grip on it so that I'm not bending the elbow and doing a rowing motion. So you're trying to be as relaxed as you can. No bend in the right knee. Trying to send the right toes over the head. If you find that the leg can't handle that, or you're bending the knee, or the leg is shaking too much, just lower the heel a little bit until you find a place where you can comfortably relax and hold. Keep the other foot active. Try to keep the arms and shoulders relaxed. Like I mentioned before, some people put a loop in their strap, and then the hands doing even less work, just the friction of the arms and hands holding the strap. Enough to deepen. If you find that the arm or arms holding the strap is working and shaking, you're definitely doing too much work. The trick, as always, is to find the ease in the pose. The more you relax the body, the more the tissues will let go, the deeper you can go. We're going to be doing an opening to our right side, so we're doing another hip opener. We have a couple of options. If you want to continue supporting the right leg with the strap, you can do that. Or depending on your practice and how far you can open the leg, you may come to the mat, or you may come to your block or whatever you're using for a block. So if you think you're going to be using a block, now would be a good time to set it up somewhere out to your right. You may have to adjust it. Take a breath in. On the exhale, allow the leg to fall out to the side. You can have the block closer to your knee if you want, but you don't want it directly underneath the knee. That's a little too hard on the ligaments. So you want to be inside the knee or outside the knee. Try to level the hips. And if the right leg is completely supported by the block, you can leave the strap where it is, but you can just let the arm relax and just let the block support you. If you are in a block, you feel that the tension from the inside of the right thigh is loosening up. You can always move the block out. You can deepen. Or you can change the block to a different height. And if you're still feeling your edge, you don't have to move the block at all. And if you've let go of your strap, finding your strap again, slowly inhale the leg to center. We're going to come across the body to a twist. So you again have the same option. You can support the leg now with your left hand, or again, depending on your practice, you may come onto a block. So with the leg to the sky, right arm is out to T position, palm is now facing up because we're going to open the shoulder a little bit. Breath in. On the exhale, bring the leg across, holding it over the strap. We're coming onto a block. Planting your right shoulder. So we're in our twist. If you can't get the right shoulder down, you might want to adjust your block higher because that means the leg has gone too far across. You're too deep into the pose. Find what works for you. If you want to deepen the twist into the neck, the cervical spine, you can look opposite the top leg, which for me is to my right. So left hand's either holding the strap, holding the leg up, or it's relaxed and you're on the block. In addition to our twist, which is lubricating our discs and soft tissues of the spine, circulating fluid. This is also wonderful for slowing down the central nervous system, telling the body to relax. Twists are really good before you go to bed. Same thing on this side. You can always deepen. If using a block by going lower, or if you're holding it with a strap, letting the hand lower the leg. Whenever you're ready, we'll slowly come out. Bring the leg back to the sky, block and stay on your left side. Switching legs. Ideally, we're avoiding the arch. We want to be on the ball of the foot. Alternatively, the heel. Left knee is straight, no bend. You can hold with one arm, you can hold with two arms. You can loop the strap, let friction hold your hand. Try to activate the right foot, toes to the sky. And slowly trying to extend the left toes towards the crown of the head. Maybe going deeper on the exhale, but usually I leave the leg straight up or as close to straight up as I can for at least a minute before I try to go deeper. Especially if you stand a lot, sit a lot, run. Tends to tighten up the hamstrings, biceps femoris. This becomes a very important asana for you. Don't forget to deepen if the body lets go. If it doesn't, that's okay. Try to keep the left arm and shoulder relaxed. Keep the knee nice and straight. Good, then hopefully you still have a block out to your left side if you're using a block. Right arm out to T position, palm up or down, breath in. On the exhale, allow left leg to follow to your left. Remember, you don't want the block directly into the knee. Adjust the height for comfort. If the leg is supported by a block, you can relax the left arm. Trying to keep the breath long, slow, relaxed. Yin's one of those practices where it's very easy to breathe from the belly the whole practice, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, telling the body to relax, to let go. And keeping in mind, you may want to switch the block over to the other side. Slowly inhale, leg back to center, setting it for your twist. And exhale, bring it across to your right hand side. Right hand's holding the strap. Left arm's out for counterbalance. Deepening the twist into the neck if you wish. Looking to your left. Left shoulder should be planted. Remember, you don't want the block directly under your left knee. On either side is fine. Maybe deepening, going to a lower setting on the block, or moving it farther away. Let your body guide you. Typically, the body knows the way. The head just gets in the way of it. And nice and slow, we'll bring the leg back to center, moving straps and blocks and things out of your way. Coming back onto the mat. Slug the knees in. Feet back to the mat, windshield wipe. Straighten the legs out. Let's roll onto the belly. And we'll set up for Sphinx. Elbows directly underneath the shoulder, so the upper arm is vertical. Arms are straight in front of you, palms are down. Lifting up on the chin, chest, heart, nice wide collarbones. Pushing the pelvis towards the mat. Lift the chin. Lift the tailbone. Push the tailbone down, don't lift the tailbone. If you want to go deeper, you can come to seal. You can either lift the elbows or walk the hands in any amount. Deepest version, heels of the hands are stacked under the shoulders. Fingers are splayed out. Again, open through the chest, the heart, collarbones. Push the pelvis down. Deepening further, you can bend the knees, bring the feet towards the head. If you come up to seal and it's too intense, come back down to your Sphinx. You're deepening in Sphinx, maybe trying to send your bottom ribs towards the mat without dropping the collarbones. Moving nice and slow. Pushing up to table. Take your time. Do a cat-cow while we're here. Inhale. Push the belly down. Lift the chin. Now lifting the tailbone. Hold for a breath. Next inhale. As you exhale, round the back up to the sky. Look in between the knees. And sitting back. Sending legs out in front of you. Make sure feet are front edge of the mat. You can ground a little deeper by rolling thigh flesh in or pulling glute flesh away from sit bones. Hands alongside hips, lift, lengthen. Lengthen the spine to begin. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Send the arms forward to either side of the shins. You may want to block for this, by the way. Turn the palms up. Bend the elbows. And let the body round, swirling the forehead round towards the knees or the thighs. And depending on your practice, You may want to rest the forehead on a block or something else. So we're not reaching, we're not pulling, we're not pushing. We're not worried about keeping the spine long. We're just allowing the body to fold forward from the hips, letting gravity take us deeper. Whenever you're ready, nice and slow, rolling up, using a block, moving out of your way, holding out the backs of knees, backs of thighs. Come on to your backs. Moving through Shavasana, final posture. Heels wide, edge of the mat. Toes fall out. Shoulder blades together on the back. Arms away from your sides, palms up. Maybe we'll do the same thing with our breath. Deep breath in. Letting go. Breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing from the belly. Tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Eyes fall back in their sockets. Letting go of everything but you and your mat. Perhaps coming back to your intention. Inhaling courage. Exhaling doubt. Slowly deepening the breath. Some gentle movements come back. Fingers and toes. And sending the right arm only overhead. Bend the knees, roll to your right. Right arm's a pillow. Left hand's in front of the heart. Keeping your eyes softly closed, pushing into left hand, extend top leg. Come to a comfortable seat. Sit tall. Hands heart center, thumbs to sternum, and Jali Mudra. Thank yourself for this practice. Thank yourself for building strength, courage. From my light to yours. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. As always, thank you, Jennifer, for editing. info@athletica.ca, Facebook, Instagram. Comment on the video. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.